Hello again, guys. Karen here, and today finally I'm going to do the mac and cheese, or macaroni pie as I call it. I found some spelt elbow macaroni at Fairway, and this is just 100% spelt flour. Brown, it looks like brown spelt. So this is an 8-ounce package. I have 10 cups of water here with salt. It has to be salty so that your pasta would have flavor. And I put about 2 tablespoons of salt. It has to be as salt as the seawater. So, right, and we're gonna bring this to a boil 7 minutes, 7 to 8 minutes, and then we're gonna start with our pie, our mac and cheese. So guys, I wanted to show you, after I cooked the elbow macaroni for 7 minutes, I did not strain it. I left it, and it's been sitting now for over half an hour, and you see it continued to cook. Of course it's going to continue to cook, and it got like this. I like it like this. It's very soft. This is how I like my macaroni for the macaroni pie or mac and cheese. All right, you don't have to do this. You can strain it as soon as it's cooked, and then it will continue cooking in the oven when you're baking your mac and cheese. But I like to do it like that because now it's really soft, and I like it like that. All right, so we're gonna close this, and we're gonna start doing our white sauce. So let's do our white sauce for our mac and cheese. This is how I do mac and cheese or macaroni pie. This is how my mother did it. This is how we did it in the Caribbean. So this is how I'm doing it. I'm gonna do 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to melt my butter, vegan butter, and I'm going to make a basic white sauce, which is the butter, and I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of white spelt flour. And I'm going to whisk this. This is on medium low. So we're gonna cook the flour. And always have your pasta water on the side. Even if you drain it out and not do what I did, always keep some pasta water on the side to loosen up your sauce, just in case. Okay, so this is cooking for about 30 seconds. We're gonna cook this for about another 20 seconds. And then I'm going to add my salt. Oh, I don't have much salt here because our pasta is very salty. I think I said 2 tablespoons. That's too much. 1 tablespoon of salt I added to the water to boil the pasta. But again, it's salt to taste, to your taste. And now I'm going to add 1 cup of Brazil nut milk to this. This is your basic white sauce. This is your basic white sauce. I have a little bit left here. Let me just do everything. And this is going to thicken up. You know, the flour is your thickener, is going to thicken up. So this is how you make a basic white sauce. It's butter, flour, milk, and then you add salt. And let me add some pepper flakes, or you could have cayenne pepper. Let me do a dash of cayenne pepper instead. See, 2 dashes of cayenne pepper. And I also, you see, this is starting to thicken up. I'm going to put this on low and let it cook because you want your flour to cook. So what I want to do as well for flavor, because again, we're not using real cheese. So I did a lot of tweaking on this recipe for a while now, and this is my final recipe. I'm going to do some mushroom powder. This is mushroom powder for flavor. Flavor, right? We want our mac and cheese to be really good. So I'm going to get that in there. Another thing I want to put in here is some miso paste. Some miso paste. So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of miso paste as well. You see, this has thickened up. So I'm going to break this up. And this is getting a little thick, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some pasta water to this. You want to add the pasta water because it has the flavor and it's going to thicken it up a little bit more. So I'm going to add some pasta water here to loosen it up a little bit. Because once we add our cheese to this, it's going to get even thicker. So I need my miso paste to break up a little bit. This is the chickpea miso paste, alright? And then what I want to do as well is add some rejuvelac. This is optional. You don't have to do this, but for some tanginess, because you know with the cheese, you need mac and cheese, it has a tanginess to it. So I have a 1/4 cup of rejuvelac, but you don't have to do that. I just need the extra tang because I remember when I used to do cheese, I used to do cheddar cheese. And I would mix my cheeses. I would have like 3 different types of cheeses for my macaroni pie. So this is why I decided to add the rejuvelac, because I think it gives it an extra tanginess. And now let's add our cheese, and then we would have our cheese sauce. So here we have that mozzarella style cheese. I have about 1/2 pound of that mozzarella style cheese that I did. And I'm going to break this up a little bit. And I also have my Parmesan style cheese that I made seem like a long time ago. I made some last week and I had it in the refrigerator. Here it is. You know, you guys remember the cheese in the cheesecloth. I have this in the, see the cheesecloth? It's like a round of cheese. I cut a piece, so this is my round of cheese here. I'm removing it from the cheesecloth. So I'm going to put about 1/2 of this in this as well. So I'm going to cut about 1/2 of this here, and I'm going to put this in here. Now this cheese here is a lot tangier than the mozzarella style cheese. Yeah, this is bubbling. It's looking good. So I'm going to break this up a little bit, and you know, this is your cheese sauce. This is your cheese sauce. This is going to melt and it's going to break up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my macaroni, and you can use I don't know, penne pasta to do this, but my favorite pasta for mac and cheese is the elbow macaroni. So this is looking really good, this cheese sauce. So now let me add my macaroni to this. I like this little tool here. It's really, really good. So I'm going to add all of my macaroni to this, and then I'll get back to you. Alright guys, so I put all of my macaroni in the cheese sauce, and now I'm going to mix it in. What am I'm mixing it with this thing, sorry. I tasted the sauce, the cheese sauce, and guys, I have to tell you, it is so cheesy, so cheesy, oh my god. But let me tell you, you have to do the rejuvelac. It gives you that cheesiness, that tanginess. You have to do the rejuvelac. It's not that hard to do. And you have to do that cheese, guys. You have to do it. This Parmesan style cheese, okay? You gotta do this cheese. You gotta do it. This is what is going to give you that cheesy flavor. Because the mozzarella style cheese, it's fine, but you know, we all know mozzarella is a bland kind of cheese. And but you need it for that extra creaminess, right? But for that cheesy flavor, let me tell you, you need that other cheese. Okay, so if you're gonna do this mac and cheese, you better do it right and have your 2 cheeses. So the other thing I want to add to this, which is optional because I love tomato mac and cheese. So I am gonna get my tomatoes and I'm gonna put some tomatoes in this. All right. Okay, so I have my, see how creamy this is? And I tasted this. It is so delicious. This is the best one I've done so far. Success, finally. Success. So as I told you, I like tomato mac and cheese. So I have a bit of tomato here that I strained. You have to strain it and strain it and strain it because you don't want the sauce. You're not really having a red sauce in your mac and cheese. I wish I had more, but I don't. So you just kind of mix this in. You see, you mix it in. It's really not going to affect the color that much. But you see, I don't have a lot. I wish I had more. I wish I had like 4 times that amount. So you put it in like that. You strain it. And I'm going to butter this dish and put my mac and cheese in here and put some dots of butter on the top. And if I had breadcrumbs, which I don't, I would also put some breadcrumbs. So I have a nice crispy crust. And I'm going to put this in my oven at 350. But I'm going to show you when after I put it in my Pyrex dish. All right. So guys, I buttered my Pyrex dish. And then I put my macaroni and cheese in here. And some dots of butter. If I had some breadcrumbs, I would now put my breadcrumbs with some more butter. This is how we did it. We didn't do mac and cheese. You can eat it like this, but we always bake our mac and cheese with breadcrumbs and butter, and we call it macaroni pie. So this is so delicious. I was tasting the sauce from the pan after I put it in here. I am so happy with this because I've been doing this and trying to get it right, and I think I finally got it. And you absolutely have to do that other cheese and the rejuvelac to really get this really good tanginess, tangy. And make sure that you put the sesame seed in your mozzarella style cheese, because the sesame seed paste, it has this cheesiness to it too. I don't know if you know that, but it has that cheesiness to it. And you could also just put some more dots of cheese here, which I feel like doing right now. And I'm going to bake this for, see, my oven is going off right now, 350 degrees for about 35 to 40 minutes. I wish I had some breadcrumbs. This would be so good with some breadcrumbs on it. Alright guys, so I'll show you when this is baked. Guys, here we have our macaroni pie. I just took it out. It's bubbling. I don't know if you can see the bubbles. I had to put it on this sheet pan because I was afraid that this would happen, and it did happen. It bubbled over. You can see the size, and it's creamy. It looks good. And you notice that I have some breadcrumbs. Now, where did I get those breadcrumbs? These are waffles that I had like a waffle and a half left over from this morning. Today is Sunday and I made waffles for breakfast. And you know, I had this light bulb moment. I'm like, why don't I just use the waffles? So I put it in my processor. I added some more butter and I put it on the, oh my God, this is so good. It smells good. And oh my God, I cannot wait to have this. I cannot wait to have this. And I hope you make this. I really, really hope you make this. I'm so proud of this because this is my third try doing this. I wanted this to be really, really, really good, that when you eat it, you would not miss that animal thing, that cheese from the animal. This is just pure vegan all the way, and it is delicious. If you gave somebody this, they would never know that this does not have the regular cheese, animal cheese, whatever you want to say in it. It is so, I tasted the sauce and I cannot wait to just dig into this and taste it. So please do this. I'm really happy that I'm finally able to do this for you. And I thank you so much for supporting me and for subscribing to my channel and watching my channel and watching my presentations. I'm so grateful, and I hope you do this and take care of yourselves and be healthy and not too much sweets.